Hello, my name is Jack Dewitt, and this is Sunday Jack Talk. Um, this is an interesting little thing because this is going to be replacing Loving the Game. I know Sunday Jack Talk isn't the best name for it, and I'll get into more details about what I mean by replacing Loving the Game in a bit here, but if you don't like the name Sunday Jack Talk as much as I don't like it, I can't think of anything else. So if you can think of something else, that'd be great, and let me know, and I'll change it. Anyway, so Loving the Game, the problem with Loving the Game is I'm too busy for Loving the Game. It takes too much work. I try and put too much into it, and I don't have the time for that right now. It's not permanently dead. You're not never gonna see Loving the Game again. It'll be back just later on, probably in a few months or so. But that's what's going on there. It's an interesting thing that I have going on here though with this. What this is going to be is basically going to be me telling you A, what's coming up on the channel, B, what's been going on for me just in general, if there's something I want to talk about or whatnot, and C, talking about game industry news. This way I can express opinions about things happening in the game industry in the way that I would in Loving the Game, but in a far more relaxed and less highly produced way, so I can get it done a lot quicker and also even say a little bit more maybe. So that's what this is all about. So yeah, anyway, so this is gonna be Sunday Jack Talk. It's gonna happen every Sunday, and we'll talk about stuff and things. Some will be longer than others, and this is my, we'll call this the Sunday Jack Talk Alpha. This is me still trying to figure out how everything will fit together and whatnot. And I'm just gonna put in the background. See, I'm trying to figure it out right now. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna do this. I might do just random game being played in the background, or I might do game in relation to what I'm talking about being played in the background. So who knows? It might be a combination of the both. So this is the Sunday Jack Talk Alpha. I want you to tell me what's wrong with it. I want you to help me make this great. I mean, I'm not gonna put in Loving the Game levels of production in this, obviously. I'm just sitting here in my chair talking out of my ass right now. But you get the point. Anyway, so let's talk about what's going on the channel. So we have a Mafia 2 playthrough. That won't be out for like another week or so. It's gonna take a little bit. There's a little bit more production going to that than anything else right now, so that's it's a problem, but whatever. It's a long game. I mean, it's an open world game. I mean, it's a lot of fun too, actually, as I'll talk about when I actually get to play the game. It's a little bit more hardcore than Grand Theft Auto is, I think, especially with the way the cop system works, especially with the whole idea that you can speed and be chased by the cops in this game, which is something I've never seen before in like any game I've ever played. Grand Theft Auto, I'll speed past cops. As long as they don't hit the actual cop car, I'll be fine. So it's very interesting. I like the story, I like the characters, I like the game in general, but that playthrough's coming up soon, hopefully. My hope is getting it up next Monday, but who knows if that's gonna work out the way I want it to, because nothing ever does. So if not next Monday, then I'll come in soon after, hopefully, not too long afterwards. Also, I do streaming on twitch.tv/JackDewitt1 if you want to go find me there. I play Bloodborne. I've been playing Bloodborne on there. I'm not very good at it though. I'm still stuck in the first area trying to figure things out. I haven't really gone past the sewers yet because every time I do, giant rat things murder me. So there's that, which is fun. It's a great game though. Like that game, it's a great survival horror game as well as action RPG, which is a little bit rare, I think. From Software definitely knows what they're doing though. I've never played a Dark Souls game before. I do plan on playing the Dark Souls 2 like big pack that they plan on releasing. I think it's called like Scholar of the First Sin or something like that. I forget what the name of the pack is. I could probably go look it up right now, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, that That game, Bloodborne, is great. It's the first From Software game I've played, and I'm definitely gonna play Dark Souls. I'm enjoying the hell out of it, despite being stuck in the same area. It's dark, it's grungy, it's claustrophobic, and yet very open at the same time. The combat feels great. It's very like offensive focused combat, to the point where it's like if you're not in the offense, you're dead. You know, you can't sit there and just defend yourself. So there's that, which is a lot of fun. So twitch.tv/JackDewitt1 if you want to see me play that game. I also will occasionally play, only recently started playing Hotline Miami 2 on there. So if you want to see me play that, another difficult but extremely fun game. I don't know what it is with me and difficult and extremely fun games this month. It could be just because they came out at the same time, around the same time, and are both really fun. But it's interesting because I'm a very ragey person. I'm the type of person that gets angry at things very, very quickly, especially games like, you know, League of Legends and whatnot. Like, I lose my shit. I get very angry very quickly. And for some reason, Bloodborne and Mafia 2 are not triggering that in me. There's Mafia, not Mafia, Hotline Miami. They both have the 2 in them. Hotline Miami 2 are not triggering that in me. They're not making me want to go slam my head against the wall or slam someone else's head against the wall. Instead, they're making me just like get more focused and want to play them even more and more for some inexplicable reason. But I love it. I love that. Oh yeah, we have a video coming out tonight. I have a video coming out tonight. The Cat and the Coop. It's a free-to-play game on Steam. So if you're watching this before you watch that, I recommend you do go play it before watching my video of it. It's definitely a very interesting game, a very different kind of game. It's based on the story, not based, but it's a documentary game about the story of Dr. Mohammed Mossadegh, or however you pronounce his name, the first democratically elected leader of Iran, I believe. If I'm getting that fact incorrect, then I will edit the correction into there, or you'll just find out tonight when you watch The Cat and the Coop, hopefully. It's a very different game. And yeah, that's what's going on with the channel. So let's go ahead and start talking about the game industry at large, which first we'll talk about some game news, and then we'll talk about some big overarching like industry news. So first off, Quantum Break has been delayed. One of the many games put into... I don't know if you can hear that, but for some reason my phone just decided to turn on its voice commands. That's kind of terrifying because it scared the shit out of me. So I'm gonna go turn that off now and then come back and keep on talking. Yeah, no, that was weird. Anyway, where was I? Okay, yeah, so we're talking about some game industry news, and I was talking about Quantum Break being delayed to 2016, making it one of the many games delayed to 2016 that were supposed to come out this year. And I really just think it's warming up to the new console generation. A lot of these games, at least I think, some of them might have been in development for the prior console generation. And so this new console generation brought new power, but also brought... I don't know anything about game development, but I assume that there's a lot of things that they had to do that changed hugely what the kind of work they had to put in the games on PS3 versus the kind of work they had to put in a game on a PS4, on an Xbox 360 to an Xbox One is definitely going to be different, right? I mean, there's no way it isn't. And also, chances are the companies, when they found out about these games, these consoles, that asked for prettier graphics and better, whatever, looking and stuff, and I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. What was I? Okay, Quantum Break being delayed. But it's just a lot of games are being delayed in 2016, and 2016 is going to be huge, so your wallet better be ready. I mean, personally, I don't own an Xbox One, but Quantum Break definitely looked interesting, and yeah, just 2016, you have a lot of games coming out then, and I believe even more games are going to get delayed into that. I definitely do not think that The Division is coming out this year, not by any stretch. There's no way Division comes out this year. It's probably going to come out next year. And then also with all the stuff that's going to get announced at E3, I mean, you have whatever Ubisoft decides to put up there. Obviously, EA is going to come to the party, definitely with its own gifts. I don't know, 2016 is going to be an interesting year, though. Anyway, we also have Assassin's Creed Chronicles doing something interesting here by being in 2D. Now, a friend of mine is very disappointed in this, but this actually seems like a lot of fun to me. From what I've seen of the gameplay footage that is available out there, it looks really great. It looks very Mark of the Ninja-esque, and I loved Mark of the Ninja. So to see that put in the Assassin's Creed universe, and the art style seems really nice, and I don't know, just the open world Assassin's Creed games are fun and all, but you ever notice how none of them, at least the areas they exist in, are ever memorable? Like, you remember that Assassin's Creed 4 took place in the Caribbean, but could you at any point not memorize, but like, any part of the Caribbean in particular stick out in your head? Because to me, the one thing that stuck out in my head the most was the boat. That's the one thing that I can remember the most. I can't remember the base of operations. I don't remember the assassin area, whatever that was. I don't remember any of the areas at all. None of them were that memorable. And so to have it a little bit more confined in this 2D space can mean that they can put this in front of more beautiful levels, I guess. The levels will be more memorable because they'll have more going on in them rather than like more. It's not that there's not a lot going on in the open world maps, but it's more spread out, and there's a lot of copy and pasting going on because obviously you can't make every inch of an open world, diverse. And so this is definitely an interesting opportunity here. But Ubisoft has been fucking a lot of things up lately, so if they don't fuck this up, then we might have a beautiful game on our hands. Also, Ubisoft not fucking something up is almost impossible, I think, at this point. They definitely have a lot more pressure on them with all the people they've screwed over between Watch Dogs, Unity, and Far Cry 4 being a carbon copy of Far Cry 3 despite a lot of people enjoying that game. Ubisoft definitely has a lot of pressure. Hopefully, Ubisoft's going to head up instead of down from here on out. It's definitely something that I don't want them to be putting out bad games. It's not like I want to hate Ubisoft. I want to love Ubisoft. They have some interesting IPs, despite each one of them having the same pattern of, towers to climb and radios, things to unlock, and whatever, all that bullshit. Ubisoft games are pretty fun. So hopefully they can get their shit together with these next few games between Rainbow Six, The Division, and AC Chronicles and AC Victory. And hopefully they get everything just right. And now on to some big old game industry news. You've heard almost everybody talk about this, I think. We have Hideo Kojima is probably leaving Konami. And Konami was like, hey, you know what? If you're going to leave, we're just going to remove your name from everything you've built. And so basically they've taken Kojima Productions and they've swallowed it in. Basically what they're doing is they're stripping Kojima's name out of everything. So that way, when it comes time for them to make a new Metal Gear, what they hope is we all forget Kojima was ever a part of it. Which they made Metal Gear Rising, and Rising was pretty good, even without Kojima. But I don't know how far that extends. And definitely, they took the Kojima Productions logo off the Silent Hills official website, which is extremely worrying for me because I was really excited for that game. PT wasn't just a great horror game and a great trailer, it was also a great proof of concept to me. What it showed to me was that Kojima and Del Toro knew what they were doing, or hopefully knew what they were doing when it came to making a horror game. So with Kojima gone, who will take his place is the question, and can that person work with Del Toro in a way that makes the experience that we had in PT close enough to the experience we'll have in the final game, I guess. I don't know I don't see PT as being what Silent Hills will be, but I definitely see it being a potential, just a proof of concept is what I see it as. I see it being a proof of concept to how Silent Hills will work, hopefully. It's the proof that they have the ability to make a great horror game. Is it going to be great? Who knows, especially with Kojima being gone on that, which is definitely a disappointment. And there's the even worse possibility that Silent Hills will never come out and that it will just go into game development hell along with The Last Guardian and a million other games like Beyond Good and Evil 2 that will never see the light of day. So, yeah, I'm gonna go listen to this now, see how badly I mess things up, how much mumbling and going around talking about the same thing over and over again I did, and how many mic issues I probably had. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this was worthy, and I hope you guys will check out The Cat in the Coop tonight. Tell me whatever you want me to fix with this Sunday Jack Talk. Give me better titles for it. We'll go and we'll fix it. We'll make it the best possible thing it could be. And I'm Jack Dewitt. This has been Sunday Jack Talk, and we'll see you next time.